3 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli forces in the West Bank city of Nablus. It is the latest increase in violence since Israeli forces raided the Jenin refugee camp earlier this week, in which at least 12 people were killed.
The Israelis have withdrawn and a calm has returned to the refugee camp, but the militants who were targeted remain defiant. We were taken to meet this fighter from one of the main brigades.
Salam.
And he claims, although it was the biggest military operation in 2 decades, the IDF achieved nothing.
We expected them to target our positions, but we didn't think it would be with so many airstrikes. The Israeli jets fired more than 50 rockets. We thought they'd only hit our positions, but they didn't target us as much as civilian areas. They only arrested 1 fighter, and the weapons they took were mostly for civilians, not military. Our weapons are still with us, the resistance is still here, and we didn't lose anything.
This video, filmed by the militant groups, shows the ferocity of the fighting as they clashed with Israeli soldiers. This is why the Israeli military insist they needed to act. But they've also released video of what they claim is a bomb factory. It's still producing dozens of homemade explosives, despite the raid and the fact the Israelis are still watching the camp.
We can hear the drones above us all the time. Their presence is constant. Now, for decades, Israel has been raiding the refugee camp here in Jenin. For them, this place is a nest of terrorism. But on the streets, the militants that operate here have widespread support. They are seen as defenders against a brutal military occupation.
At Friday prayers, there is an expectation that there will be more raids to come. Israel claims it will continue its operations as long as necessary. But support for the militant groups is unlikely to be broken.
We emerged victorious. We feel victorious. All of these soldiers and all of this shooting, and we emerged victorious. And all of those who left their homes came back.
The situation in Jenin remains extremely tense. Another round of violence may not be far away. And with no political solution on the horizon, the peace process effectively dead, there's no optimism that anything will change.